Hey guys, Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. I'm actually not driving for once. One of the things that was posted about recently was talking about no-shows for interviews. Um, it sucks when people, you may have a hope that they might actually be a decent hire, and then they don't even show up. I think number one, biggest piece of advice I can give you there, first of all, is don't plan to meet them somewhere for an initial interview. Um, First thing, and unless it's going to be office work, if you're looking for a tech, first thing to do is going to be a phone interview. I need you to call me at 7:15 tomorrow, or at 7 o'clock, 7:30, whatever. And quite frankly, it can be as short and sweet as awesome. I'm really glad that you called me. Um, Thanks for doing that. Let's set up an interview or set up just a real quick. It could be a 5-10 minute discussion, and certainly you are going to be judging how they sound. You know, they might sound a little sleepy. That's okay, but do you hear other things? Um, I don't know. And obviously you got to be careful sometimes on how you're judging it, but just as a general rule, I mean, you can, and talking with people for a few minutes. And then, if they pass out, if they do call you, they make that call, then the second step would be to have them come to the shop, or come to, do a ride along, or something, or some other basic screening or whatever else. And depending on the size of your company, that's going to impact it as well. Um, I stopped doing in-person interviews, or at least for the first round, um, about a year ago. I ended up, for an entire week, I had somewhere about 8 to 10 different not estimates, interviews scheduled. So I went to a little deli right by my house, and I had one person show up the entire week. So it was nice to have a little bit of quiet time by myself, but at the same time, it's a waste. The other thing, you got to look at it. We're really setting the bar kind of low on a lot of this stuff. If they can't even make a phone call at 7 o'clock on the dot to give you a call, they're not going to show up on time. They're not going to do a good job. They're going to flake out after a couple weeks. I mean, that's a really, really basic thing. Give me a call at 7 o'clock, and that way too, you can even schedule one call every 15 minutes. If you got a bunch of people, you're a big position you're trying to fill. Even if you just do 3 a day. And you can also do it where, do one every 5 minutes if you wanted to. Or, just, I would try and, again, get as many of those as a call to weed people out. And it's frustrating going through junk candidates. But the more selective you are in interviews and hiring and everything, the better the results are going to be. I'm definitely guilty of early on. Hey, man, you showed up. Hey, because anybody can be trained to do power washing. And that's the other thing, too. You're always looking for attitude and aptitude and competency. Way more than you're looking for previous experience. You can train and teach anybody how to power wash. That's simple. You can't train somebody to have a high quality of work, or to be driven, or to show up, or a lot of the other tangible / intangible items. So hopefully that'll help you guys when you're going through that process and looking for more employees. And then once you've got an established group of guys, or girls for that matter, the first place you should be looking for employees is letting your team know that you need another person. My lead tech has brought in 3 or 4 people. 2 of them kind of decided to flake out on their own, and had some other issues. So, and that's always a possibility. But the most recent one seems to be working out great, and has got the appropriate attitude and work ethic on it. So, have a great day, guys.